Why would we do an energy self-audit? We want to look at the different techniques to determine where we should focus on to make our home more energy efficient. So the self-audit kit elements. So we've got the infrared thermometer. It helps detect the hot and cold spots in doors, windows, walls, and as well as electrical outlets. And so you want to use this to pinpoint where you can spend some attention to stop that cold and warm flow of air. So this is the infrared thermometer, and you're going to place it approximately 2 feet or 61 centimeters, which is an arm's length away from your whatever item that you're going to be testing. Any greater than that and you're not going to get as accurate of a reading. Also, cleaning your surface will improve the accuracy. So we're going to be using the infrared camera now to test the front door. This is a steel door that is insulated, and they're usually very efficient, but we'll test it out. So again, arm's length away from the door, hold and find your reading. So this is 20 degrees for the door. And then when I release that and I go over to the side window and just see the temperature difference, I'll hold this. Again, hold the trigger, and it's down to 14 degrees. We're going to look at the electrical outlets here as well. So let's just put this on and see what the difference is here. So we've got 13 degrees. It's going up to 13, 14. So between 13 and 14. Move the infrared camera over to look at the temperature of the wall beside it. So you can see that there is a draft within this electrical outlet. So we're going to address this draft. So we've removed the wall cover, and you can see that there is just a big gap around that. We've already indicated that the temperature is quite low here. So we're going to address this by just putting one of these gaskets on the exterior wall. And of course you can see that covers all of the gaps that we're going to have. Replacing the cover on there, and we're going to do another reading. So we were at 13 initially. Now with the gasket that we've just added behind the electrical, we're going to again hold the trigger on here, and it's now at 16, 17. So it makes a huge difference. The next thing that we're going to be doing is the kilowatt meter, and that is this item. It helps detect possible phantom energy and monitors the consumption of energy flow through a circuit. You're going to plug this meter into an electrical outlet and then plug the appliance actually into the meter, and it'll indicate whether there's phantom energy or how much energy that the appliance is actually using. A kilowatt meter, also called an electricity meter or an energy meter, is a device that measures the amount of electric energy consumed by an electrically powered device. Your meter helps track how much power you use over time in kilowatt hours. In simple terms, 1 kilowatt hour equals 1,000 watts per hour. With this meter, you can also determine your wattage. So an example would be 100-watt light bulb operated for 10 hours would use 1 kilowatt hour. So on average, a household consumes around 800 to 1,000 kilowatt hours of electricity per month. So we're going to reset this kilowatt meter by just using a pen and pushing on the reset button. And there you go. You can see it's reset and ready for our next test. Looking at our printer, and this is just plugged in. It's actually not been started. And this is one of these ones that do draw phantom energy. And so when it's not being used, ideally you would shut this one off. And the flow meter bag is measuring the the flow rate of your existing taps and shower head. So you're going to place the bag underneath the tap or shower head and let the water run for 5 seconds. Read the flow rate from the lines on the bag. A shower head or faucet using water flow greater than 9.5 liters per minute is not water efficient. So we will start by getting the water flowing. And we're going to start a 5-second count, and I'm going to run it underneath. And there's 5 seconds, shutting it off. So we're reading the bag here, and we can see that it's probably about 6 liters per minute of water that we've gathered. And so that's indicative of it's quite efficient, this water tap. Put this onto the shower head, and again, it's a 5-second count. So we're going to start the 5-second count. I'm going to turn this on and go. 5 seconds. There we go. 5 seconds is up. Taking this off. And the flow is, it's probably about 5 liters per minute. Then we've got also products here that measure the actual hot water, the temperature of the water. So you would hold this card underneath the tap with the hot water turned on, and you leave it on there for 15 seconds. And make sure that when you're doing this, you're actually reading the card while the water is running over the card. And then we've got the fridge and freezer thermometer. This helps to find the ideal temperature of your fridge or freezer. You place the card in the fridge or freezer, wait for 15 minutes. Read the temperature indicated on the card while it is still in the fridge or freezer. And the card actually indicates what the temperature should be. So we're just going to check on our thermometer for our fridge and freezer. You can see that we've got it in here. We've had it in for 15 minutes. And we are going to check the temperature on there and compare it with the card temperature. So it looks like it is the ideal temperature of 4 to 5 degrees Celsius. So the refrigerator is probably at a safe temperature as well as an energy efficient temperature. So you can see that there is an opening in, this is a wood burning fireplace, and it is very drafty. So this is another thing that you can do, is just cut out a piece of foam core and cover the hole for the draft, and also put a little bit of insulation on the inside of it, just so that that stops the draft as well. So this is a high efficiency furnace, and one of the important things you need to do is check this furnace filter. So you just pull out the furnace filter. This one has been changed not that long ago. One thing though, that when you are taking these out, the airflow needs to come from the air source going towards your furnace. So you see there's an arrow that points towards your furnace, and that is the proper way to put the filter back in. So we're going to replace that one monthly if you have pets, every couple of months without the pets. We want to thank our sponsors, NMAX, for providing funding for this program. If you are interested in signing up for one of these kits, you would go to the Green Calgary website. There is a link that you can sign up for the energy efficiency kits.